Do you know how to use as far as? That's what I'm going to teach you today. And this is actually a question I've been getting from students a lot recently, so I'm really excited to make this video for you. And by the end of the video, you'll know exactly how to use as far as in two different meanings. Of course, I'm Jennifer from jforrestenglish.com, and this channel is dedicated to helping you sound like a fluent, confident, natural English speaker. Now, before we go any further, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I post a new video. Now, let's dive in with this lesson. Today, I'm going to teach you how to use as far as. This is a nice advanced expression to have in your vocabulary. First, you need to know that there are two very different meanings and they don't relate to each other, okay? So let's start with meaning number one. And this is going to be the most common way that you would use as far as I'm concerned. And that's the meaning. Okay, so as far as, in our first meaning, it means to the degree or to the extent, okay? Now, this will make more sense if we just look at an example sentence, because it's really hard to explain something based on a definition. So let's take a look at a natural example that uses this expression. Here we go. Stranger Things, which is the name of a TV show, if you didn't know. So that's the name of a TV show, Stranger Things, okay? Stranger Things is Netflix's most watched TV show, as far as we know. Now notice how they put as far as we know in brackets at the very end of this. So they're saying to the extent that we know, to the degree that we know, we believe this to be true, okay? So they're saying, we believe based on everything we know. We believe that Stranger Things is Netflix's most watched show. However, I want you to notice that by using as far as we know, they're letting you know that this statement is only based on the information or evidence, statistics, data that they have available. They're letting you know that there's a chance, although, small, but there's still a chance that there could be another show that is actually more watched than Stranger Things. So by using as far as we know, it's like they're giving themselves the opportunity to be wrong. If someone else comes and says, actually, Game of Thrones is Netflix's most watched show, and they give you the data, the information, the evidence, the statistics to prove that, then they would say, oh, okay, we believe you, because their statement was only based on as far as they know. Now you'll notice here they put this expression right at the end in brackets, almost like an afterthought. But let me give you some examples of the most common way that you can use this in your speech. And this is going to sound very fluent, very advanced, and very natural as well. As far as I'm concerned, we use this to express our opinion. So you say, as far as I'm concerned, there's a comma, so take a little pause. As far as I'm concerned, Stranger Things is the best show on Netflix. So after this expression, you simply state your opinion. So let's stop right here and practice this. So think about what your opinion could be after, as far as I'm concerned. It could be any opinion, anything that you think, okay? So pause the video if you need, think of one, and then put it in the comments. As far as I'm concerned, and then put it in the comments, okay? And again, by using this, you're letting the person know that this is just based on your opinion. You're not stating a universal fact. There could definitely be a different opinion, or there could definitely be information available that goes against what you just said. Now, in addition to as far as I'm concerned, we have some other expressions that you can use in exactly the same way. So you could also say, as far as I know, just like our original example. Remember, there was as far as we know. So you can definitely change the subject. As far as they know, as far as my boss knows. So think about different subjects as well. As far as we know, and then same thing, add the information. As far as I can tell, and as far as I can remember. And then state your information. So these are used in exactly the same way. As far as I'm concerned is the most common, followed by as far as I know. So before we move on to the second meaning, make sure you pause and put your example in the comments. You really need to practice this before we move on. So take the time and put it in the comments. Okay, now let's talk about meaning number 2. This is a completely different meaning, okay? And we use as far as to talk about distance, physical distance, okay? Now, as far as, you can think of it as the maximum point, okay? But what you need to know is that it includes the entire area from your original point to the maximum point, the farthest point, and it includes everything in that area, would be as far as in terms of distance. So again, it's easiest to understand this when you see a real world example. So let's take a look at this example. 4.5 magnitude earthquake shakes Bay Area, felt as far as South Bay. Okay, so to be honest, I don't know where the Bay Area is, and I don't know where South Bay is. That's not really important if you know where these places are on a map. But we have two places, right? Our starting point is, where's our starting point? Put it in the comments. Bay Area, okay? So this earthquake was felt in the Bay Area, and these other cities, other cities, other cities, other cities, other cities, all the way to the furthest point, which was, what's that farthest point? South Bay. So that's the farthest point, and it includes all of the cities or bays, all the bays from the Bay Area to South Bay. I don't think you're going to use this too much in your daily vocabulary. I can't really think of the last time I used this in my vocabulary, although I use as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, all the time. So that one is definitely going to be in your vocabulary. But regardless, I want you to get comfortable with this meaning as well. So to give you an example, I could say, I walked as far as the mall. I walked as far as the mall. So here, what's my end point? What's my farthest point? Put it in the comments. I walked as far as the mall. What's the farthest point? Put it in the comments. It's the mall, right? I walked as far as the mall. Now, we don't know where my beginning point was. Let's assume it's home. So it means I walk from home, walk, and I stop at the mall. I didn't go any further. I walked as far as the mall. So remember, you're using as far as and then a location to identify the maximum location, the farthest location. So now it's time to practice this one. So think, you need an ending point, a location, a maximum location. Now, to make it simple, maybe it could be we drove, we walked, we took the train, or we saw, You know, you could see as far as. So, we swam as far as. So think about something like that and then put your example in the comments, okay? Pause the video if you need. Take your time with this. It might not come instantly because, like I said, this isn't the most common structure. I don't really use it in my vocabulary, to be honest. So don't worry if it takes you a little longer to think of an example. When you have one, put it in the comments. All right, so now you know the two different meanings for as far as, and you can use it in your vocabulary confidently. Awesome job today. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe. Now, before you go, make sure you head on over to my website, jforrestenglish.com, and download your free speaking guide. As far as I'm concerned, this is the best guide out there to help you feel confident speaking in English. And in this guide, I share 6 tips on how to speak English fluently and confidently. And until next time, happy studying! As far as I'm concerned, you're the best student ever, and I'm so happy you're learning English with me. So before you go, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye!